Do you ever feel lost on the field? Do you react instead of anticipating what's coming? What if I told you there is one simple concept that could immediately level up your football IQ? A concept that can actually shift you from guessing to seeing the game before it actually happens. In this video, you will learn the secret to reading the game like a pro, and you will immediately improve your on-field decision making. I used to struggle with this too. I played fast, but I didn't really think fast. I kept arriving to the situation always too late. I always thought I needed more speed or better fitness, but I actually only needed better game awareness. And once I mastered this concept, game just slowed down and I had all the time in the world. And suddenly, I looked so much smarter. And that's exactly what I'm teaching you today. We are gonna break your game into 3 simple layers and a bonus layer at the end. No complicated tactics, no textbooks, just the real football thinking that works every time. Layer 1, seeing the field early. Your brain reacts very slow when it has no information. We all know that player plays like this, never lifts the head up. Most players don't fail because they're bad. Most players fail because they're just blind. So you have to see the pitch before this ball actually arrives. So you have to scan every moment of the game. When you have the ball, when your team has the possession, when your teammate has the ball, so you can gather as many information as possible so your brain doesn't feel alone. What do we need to look for when we are actually scanning? Look for your nearest pressure. Look for your nearest passing options. Look for your opponent who is unmarked. Look for space behind defenders. Look for your teammates who are calling for the ball. And also look for players who's out of position. Common mistakes when it comes to scanning is they move their head, but they don't really remember anything. So you gotta slow your scanning. Look with a purpose. Layer 2, understanding what happens next. Football is mostly patterns. If this happens, this usually follows. If the opposition loses the ball centrally, they're gonna wanna put their body in behind the ball between their net and yourself. You know, the opposition is always gonna track back to cover those positions. So this happens all the time. It's a pattern. And once you recognize these simple patterns, you don't react anymore. You actually predict. So if their fullback steps up, space opened up behind. If the winger receives the ball back to the goal, the fullback will put tight pressure. If your center back took a clumsy touch, the opposition striker is gonna put high pressure. These are all patterns that you can just predict that it's gonna happen. But how to practice predicting? You have to watch games and pause before the ball is played so you see the positioning of the players. And if you keep doing the same thing every game you watch, now you're actually gonna observe these patterns. And when you play your next game, you're gonna recognize this doesn't only happen in pro level. It happens in every level. When you pause the game that you're watching, you try to make their decision. See where is the best option for them to play that ball to. See if they actually do it. You have to do this daily, and you'll notice your football brain will actually level up. Layer 3, making the decisions before the ball arrives. Usually, pros don't decide when they have the ball. They make their decision way before they get the ball. And amateurs decide after they already have the ball. By no means I'm telling you that you can't decide after you have the ball too. So you have to come up with 2 decisions as that ball is coming to you. You're gonna decide which of those decisions you can actually use in that circumstances. But deciding aspect is only the portion of it, because your first touch has to be solid. And if you want to improve your first touch, make sure to watch this video. Next practice, next game you have, work on your first touch and choosing your first touch before you actually receive that ball. Whether if you need to exit to your right, exit to your left, turn back, or backwards first touch. Try to make those decisions before you receive the ball. And one thing that will make your job very easy when it comes to your decision and your first touch: don't wait for the ball. Go to the ball. What this does for you, speed up your game instantly because you already know your next step. It is the most important thing when it comes to playing football. Being good under pressure and being confident on the ball. And if your decision, your first touch, your passing sucks, you won't make it. And this is the bonus layer. The one simple concept. Your game changer pre-decisions. Every pro player uses it. Make pre-decisions before this actually arrives. No guessing, just choosing the smartest option with the information you just saw. This works because your brain has some information, so it doesn't stress. Your touch becomes clear because you already have some sort of a decision in your head. You play faster, you think faster. And here's some really good examples for your pre-decisions. Your teammate running down the line, you're a striker, midfielder, doesn't matter, and you start thinking in your head, if my teammate beats that player, I'm running in behind. Your teammate has the ball centrally, you're a striker, you're receiving the pass. You immediately start thinking that if the ball that's played to me is bad and I'm receiving on my back foot, I open up immediately. Or when you are receiving the ball, you're getting the pressure from your left, you're gonna turn to your right with your first touch immediately. These are all pre-decisions that's gonna change how you play. Look, this is not about being genius. It's not about being born with talent. Reading the game is just a repetition, and it's all really just small habits. And anyone can learn this. You can too. If you commit to scanning, if you commit to pre-decisions, I guarantee you, your entire game will change. Just think about the last game you played. How many decisions did you actually make before you receive the ball? Be honest, probably not many. This is why this skill is so powerful, and you're already a step ahead just by watching this video. And this is exactly how you're gonna separate yourself from other players. So now on, when you are playing the game, I want you to actually start counting the decisions you make before you receive the ball. Going from 10 decisions before I receive the ball to 20 decisions before I receive the ball per game. So scan every 2-3 seconds, but the more the better. Name one option in your head, left, right, forward, back, and predict the next pass every time someone touches the ball. And choose your next movement early. Make one pre-decision every 10 seconds. And do this for 1 week. You will see the difference. If you want direct breakdowns of your clips, join the Football Fundamental Academy. I'm gonna drop the link in the description. Upload your game and get real feedbacks. And start playing the smartest football of your life. If you want more videos that will make you smarter on the pitch, stick around.